in Apple Mary and Dennie. Foil the Swindlers. Chapter 10. The trip to Green Acres.
"Gee, Mr. Tom,"
said Dennie to his good friend one day.
"I wish I could go see Grandma's old home sometime. I guess the town's a long ways from here, though. It's got a purty name. Green Acres."
Green Acres?
Echoed Tom.
Say, I know a fellow who goes that way right often.
"Oh, Tom,"
cried the boy.
"do you think he'd let me go sometime?"
Don't see why not. Wouldn't hurt to ask,
answered Tom, rubbing his chin. The following day, during his off-duty hours, Tom dropped in to see Dennie.
I was talking to that truck driver,
the old man said,
and he's making a trip out to Green Acres this week. I'll take you over to see him now. He's kind of tough on the outside, Bill Biff is, but he's got a kind heart. Hiya, son,
said Bill Biff, taking Dennie's outreached hand when the man and boy arrived at the garage where the truck was parked.
So, you want to go to Green Acres? I don't know. It's a pretty long trip for such a small boy.
"But mister, I'm past 6, and of course, Grandma would come too,"
pleaded Dennie.
Whoa,
bellowed Bill Biff.
Hold on a minute. Grandma is out. Bad enough taking a little shaver like you, but Grandma? Nix.
"Oh, you'd like her, Mr. Bill,"
said Dennie, on the verge of tears.
Old ladies is old ladies, and truck ain't no place for 'em.
"Oh, Grandma isn't an old lady,"
cried Dennie loyally.
"Look, here she comes now."
Sure enough, Apple Mary was rushing toward them.
Apple Mary? Is Apple Mary your grandma?
Exclaimed Bill, and by the tone of his voice, Dennie knew everything was going to be all right. Everybody who knew her loved Apple Mary. Apple Mary rushed Dennie home out of the cold without stopping to ask questions. The next day, Dennie opened the subject, however.
"Grandma, do you remember that man I was talking to yesterday?"
"Remember him?" returned Apple Mary indignantly, pausing in her sweeping.
"You almost caught your death of a cold sitting on his old truck."
"But Grandma, we were making plans,"
cried Dennie, delighted, because he could surprise her.
"He's going to take us out to Green Acres."
"What?" gasped Apple Mary, unbelievingly.
"Dennie, say that again, real slowly."
She was interrupted by a pounding at the door. A second later, Bill Biff was in the room.
"Hello, folks,"
said he, taking off his cap.
"Just stopped by to tell you I'm making a trip to Green Acres tomorrow. You're welcome to come along with me if you like."
"Tomorrow?"
exclaimed Apple Mary, excited as she could be.
"Why, sure, we'll come. Bill, thanks."
She grabbed Dennie up in her arms when Bill had gone. Together they whirled about in the room.
"Tomorrow, Dennie, just think. Going out to my old home tomorrow."
She simply sang for joy.
"Gee, Grandma, it's wonderful."
They were up bright and early to prepare for their journey the next day.
Just think of seeing my old home again after all these years. Oh,
sighed Apple Mary as she packed their lunch.
I want to see all the trees, Grandma,
exulted the boy, who couldn't remember when he had lived in the country. Tom ran in with a blanket.
Thought I better bring you this. It'll be sort of cold riding in the truck.
Soon, Dennie was tucked in on the sled, and they all started for the other warehouse, where they were to meet Bill. Hope I've got everything, worried Apple Mary on the way. I wish Tom could go too, said Dennie. A few minutes after they reached the other warehouse, Bill drove up in his big truck. Leaning out the window, he called,
Ready to go?
They were ready all right. The sled was placed in back of the truck. Dennie was lifted into the driver's seat, and Bill and Apple Mary took their places on each side of him.
Wonder if Apple Mary will find there really was something crooked about losing her home,
mused Tom as he waved goodbye.
Dennie thinks he can find some clues himself.
Dennie asked one question after another when they reached the open country. It's the first time Dennie's ever seen the country, Bill, explained Apple Mary.
Grandma, why are all the trees dead?
Asked the child.
Oh, they aren't dead, kid,
replied Bill.
They're only sleeping.
They'll be green again in the spring, put in Apple Mary. Oh, look, apple trees. Where? Asked the puzzled boy. I don't see any apples.
Gee, you sure don't know much,
said Bill, a little scornfully. He does too, cried Apple Mary, flaring up. He's never been in the country before, so how do you expect him to know about it?
Oh, I didn't mean any harm, Mary, but it just seems funny.
Oh, cried Dennie, interrupting Bill. Let's open the lunch, Grandma. I'm hungry.
Bill brightened. Say, he is a pretty smart kid at that.
It was twilight when they reached the outskirts of Green Acres.
Old Miss Hetty'll put you up for the night, and it won't cost much,
said Bill, stopping his car before a large house.
I'm warning you, she's a great talker. She's only been here 3 years, but the way she knows the town's history, you'd think she was an old settler.
And that's the end of chapter 10. I hope you'll join me next time for chapter 11.
Oil.
I wonder if that's got something to do with why she lost her house. Interesting. Come on back next time and we'll find out what oil means. See you next time.